You guys, welcome back to King Ols, and yes, breaking news that we have heard today. This is coming from Michael Benson that apparently Ryan Garcia and Romero are officially in talks to fight on in April. I think April 20th or something. It said in Vegas. It's an exciting one, Ryan Garcia and Rolly. It's one that I think a lot of people want to see. A lot of people certainly want to see it. I really want to see this fight. I feel like it's a great clash of styles. It's a really interesting matchup. Both guys who are really ridiculously quick with their hands and hit real hard as well. It's a great fight. Let's be real. It is. They are quite similar in ways. Like they are very similar in ways. Um, but yeah, I think that this is a great fight. It must happen this year in 2024. I'm going to break down my early predictions for how I do see this fight possibly going. If this fight is to happen in April, and if it does, then it's massive. I've seen loads of people saying, "Oh yeah, it's not really a pay-per-view fight." Honestly, I do feel like this could do numbers. Both guys can sell a fight. Garcia is I do think he's one of the most popular names in boxing right now. And Rolly can sell a fight well as well. And both these guys clashing together in a fight, in like hyping up a fight in the promotional side of things and in the actual fight itself, both would be absolutely amazing. The promotion to this fight and the actual fight as well. How do I see this fight going? I think it's interesting because I see most people saying Ryan Garcia wins this fight. And I don't blame you for saying that. But I feel like Rolly could be a lot more of an issue for Ryan Garcia than quite a few people do think. I think it's a great fight, but I feel like with Rolly's really good on up close in the pocket. Rolly is good up close in the pocket. Does like to do some good work on the inside, and Rolly is also decent on the outside as well. Ryan Garcia, I feel like only really likes it on the outside. Ryan Garcia, I don't think he'll like it up close. I don't really think he'll like the pressure of Rolly, and Ryan Garcia is going to have to try and keep Rolly off him, in my opinion. That's how it's going to be. But Ryan Garcia is really quick on the outside, but Rolly's quick on the in and outside. Though it's going to be a really interesting one. I feel like with Rolly, neither guy's amazing at has amazing defense. Neither guy does. I feel like that's probably the weak defense is the weakest part of both these guys' game. Both guys have got great offense. They've got great offense. Honestly, ridiculously quick, change angles really well. Both of them. They're both really good. They both feint well as well, set up their shots well. They've both got really high punch volume as well. Honestly, like this could be an all-out war, to be fair. It could be, but I feel like Rolly's got slightly better defense than Garcia, and a lot of that is because he keeps his chin down. Ryan Garcia comes forward a lot when he's keeping you at range, comes walking, sometimes he comes plodding forward a bit, and just he's always got his chin so high up in the air, and he's there to be hit on the chin. He's there to be hit. And when you've got someone quick like Rolly and hard hitting like Rolly, it's going to be difficult to stay away from that for 12 rounds. And, I do see it being hard for Garcia to get Rolly out of there. But to be fair, though, I think it will. I feel like Garcia, though, I think Garcia does hit harder than Rolly. And I do think that Garcia is probably slightly quicker than Rolly. But I feel like Rolly has the better boxing IQ than Ryan does. And I think Rolly works angles better than Ryan does. So I think it's a really interesting fight, to be honest with you. I think it's a really interesting fight. Because if we're being real here, Rolly was beating Tank when before he got knocked out. And it was a decent performance by Rolly before he got knocked out. Garcia did not look great against Tank at all. And you could say it's because of the whole rehydration clause and stuff like that. That was in place. The no rehydration clause or something like that was put in place for the fight going into it. But no, still, like, you can't really base it off that fight. But still, though, it's It's an interesting one. I mean, I don't think either guy looked great in their last fight. Rolly did not look good against Barroso at all. Rolly looked awful in that Barroso fight, and probably would have lost if it wasn't for Tony Weeks stepping in. Ryan Garcia for Oscar Durarte in his last one didn't look great. Ryan Garcia had this weird defense, and I feel like if he goes, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, where he kind of leant back. I don't know. If he fights like how we did defensively against Oscar Durante against Rowley, then I feel like Garcia could be in trouble in that one. But if Rowley fights as sloppy as he did against Barroso, then it could be a tough night for Rowley. It's a real good, fascinating fight in my opinion. Good, solid clash of styles. And I feel like it's a really difficult fight for both guys. Both guys have got really difficult styles for each other, in my opinion. I feel like coming into this fight, who will be the main aggressor? I think it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know. In a way, I do kind of see them clashing at times, and they're both going to be in lots of exchanges in center ring. In my opinion, there will be many exchanges in the center ring. Who will get the better of them, though, is the interesting question, because they both put their shots together well, but I feel like Rolly's defense is better than Garcia's is, though. Rolly has got better defense than Garcia. Both guys work the body really well, and I feel like that definitely be a key factor coming to this fight for both guys. There are many key factors. Ryan Garcia's got the slight reach and height advantage over Rolly. Doubt that will play too much of an effect at all. It's like he's got like 2 centimeters longer reach than Rolly, and he's like half a foot taller than Rolly. Garcia is, so I doubt that will make hardly any difference whatsoever going into this fight. It's a really interesting one. It is. I also do want to say I do think that Garcia's probably got the better resume than Rolly, but I do think Rolly's resume is actually quite underrated. Not gonna lie, I do think it is. I think it's a really difficult one to predict. I don't think it's a simple Ryan Garcia win. I feel like Rolly's going to be able to cause Ryan Garcia some issues. I really do. But again, though, would I put my full trust in to predict Rolly going into this fight? No. But will I put my full trust into Ryan Garcia predicting him? Probably not. I think it's a really interesting fight. I think if Rolly can get this fight up close and in the pocket, then I feel like Ryan Garcia will struggle. But Ryan Garcia is really good at picking his shots off at range, moves around well. Ryan Garcia's got good footwork. Rolly's quite flat-footed, to be fair. Rolly is quite flat-footed. He's not got as good a footwork as Ryan Garcia does. I know it's an interesting fight. It really is. I don't fully know who I'd predict to win this fight. I'm not going to lie. As of now, I don't know. I broke down the fight for possible possibilities, but no, I don't fully know if I'm willing to fully put my trust in someone to predict them as of now. But yeah, I feel like Garcia will want to try and keep this fight Rolly at range and pick his shots from there, and could be able to box at range against Rolly. But again, no, Rolly, I know it's not going to be easy for Garcia to keep Rolly away from him, though. Rolly's going to be coming at him with brutal body shots, quick shots, and Rolly's really going to be using angle work really well in this fight. And I think Rolly will be working angles a lot more and a lot better than what Ryan Garcia will be in this fight. It's an interesting one. Rolly's footwork isn't amazing, though. That's the main downside about Rolly's game. And what happens if both guys get hit, though? I do think Rolly's got a slightly better chin than Garcia. I don't trust either of these guys' chin, though. What happens if both guys get hit with, a ridiculously fast and powerful combo? It could be like whoever lands first, or whoever lands like that, the best combo first, or whoever gets the better at the first exchange. I don't know. It's a really interesting fight, in my opinion. But I'm not willing to put a prediction on it just yet, though. But I broke it down for you guys. So anyway, I'm done with this video here. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.